Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I'm here to talk about Frankenstein Conquers the World. I just saw this yesterday, and obviously, you guys saw me doing an unboxing video about it. Now, let's talk about this movie. Um, a scientist called Nick Adams tries to save a post-war Japan from a boy monster who fights the giant lizard Baragon. So, how does this movie start? This movie starts with literally you have Japan people. So, actually, no, no. What do you start with this movie? You start with Nazis in this movie. That's right. There's Nazis in this movie. So Frankenstein, the Doctor Frankenstein, or the Doctor in general, is in his laboratory and everything like that. Then you have the Nazis come in, take his shit. There's no dialogue. It's perfect. It's great. There's no dialogue at all. It's great. They they take his they take Frankenstein's heart. They take the doctor's Frankenstein's monster basically. They take his monster's heart, and right before they left, a bomb happened. A bomb happened, and we all know the story about what happened in Japan with with the bombs and everything like that during World War II. So I like that this movie played with it a bit, and then we get our characters. Um, I want to say this: Nick Adams in this movie is great. To be quite honest, I don't even know the fucking actor, but I did saw him in Invasion of Astro Monster or Invasion or something like that. I remember seeing that movie a long time ago when I was a kid, and I think he's a lot better in this movie. When I saw the other version, I mean, when I saw him in the other movie a long time ago when I was a kid, I mean, I was a kid, so maybe I didn't. I should, I didn't pay attention to it. Maybe I should rewatch it. It is on YouTube, so I probably should rewatch it, give my full opinions on it. So maybe I should give my opinions on it right here. But but still, the acting in this movie is not bad at all whatsoever. And if you want to know if I got the ending of is this the original ending or the American ending? It's the original ending, how it is and everything like that. I was looking forward to that octopus ending, but it's not in this one, sadly. But it doesn't matter. Um, but moving on, I want to get that right away just for you guys to know what version I got. So eventually, you hear commotions of some boy eating dogs and everything like that, eating animals and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden they find a boy that looks almost kind of caveman-esque, basically, but he's Frankenstein's monster. Or you want to call it Frankenstein, but whatever. It's Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, okay, I'm smarter than any one of you, so it's actually Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein. No. But could we get the Bride of Frankenstein? The Bride of Frankenstein versus Baragon. You know what? I'll see it. I would like to see that. Toho does Frankenstein, but we're not gonna get Bride of Frankenstein. Come on, Toho. Come on. you know. I would love to have a remake of this movie. To be quite honest with you, or maybe a somewhat soft reboot slash sequel, basically. That'd be nice. Kind of like what they do with Godzilla. Basically, like you could be like, oh, this is the original, and then this one is the sequel to this one, and then if you reboot it, you'd be like, this is, yeah, like this would be the bridge point, like you do with the first Godzilla movie with all the other Godzilla movies. That's what I would have done if I did started doing a Frankenstein universe with giant kaiju's and stuff. So, but moving on. Eventually, they take care of the boy a bit. He is infatuated with one of the love interests of Nick Adams' love interest, but really at first you think he's trying to come on to her Frankenstein, but no, he's just if he respects her and everything like that. He respects the woman, but it's not like he wants to kidnap her and do stuff to her. He doesn't want to do that. But the woman in this movie, she is worried about Frankenstein, and they put him in a cage. And it's funny too, because this movie reminds me a lot of King Kong. It seems like they wanted to do a second movie of King Kong versus Godzilla, or it seems like they wanted to do like again. This movie originally was supposed to be King Kong versus Frankenstein. Then it changed to Godzilla versus Frankenstein, which still would have been awesome to see. But then it changed it to Baragon versus Frankenstein. So technically, this was supposed to be a Godzilla movie. So if anyone says that, hey, Godzilla should have been in this movie, technically he kind of is. Even the suit actor that played Godzilla plays Baragon. So in a way, we still kind of got Frankenstein versus Godzilla. If you really want to tiptoe it a bit, to me, I'm still going to say that we still got that movie, and it's right here. And I'm surprised I still I'm very surprised I enjoyed this movie the way it was. But moving on. Um, so eventually the boy escapes because he's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and people are trying to, and the main cast is trying to figure out how to contain him, trying to figure out how to do this and stuff like that, how to protect him basically. And you know, you get everyone that's around. You know how what is it in Japan is with giant monsters. They'd be like, oh, you know, he's got bigger now. We need to shoot him and everything like that. And then eventually another monster comes out, Baragon. He comes out and he starts destroying some stuff. And then eventually he starts destroying stuff so much that they start blaming Frankenstein. And they start looking for Frankenstein. They find him. They start shooting at him. Obviously, that he doesn't do anything. He runs away. To be quite honest, Frankenstein actually does run away. Like, yes, he gets scared and he gets pissed off and he kills a few people here when he escapes from his cage. He breaks that cage and the people that right in front of the cage literally are dead. Like taking pictures and the news and all that shit. They died. Those photographers and those newscasters, they died. Um, but it's very rare to see blood in these kaiju movies, but there is blood. Not a lot, but there's like a little smidge of blood of like when Frankenstein escapes from the cage. It's just that's really it. It's not like hardcore blood or anything like that. There's barely any drop of blood in this horror movie. Yes, I'm going to call it a horror movie because mostly every monster movie like Godzilla, Mothra, those are horror movies. Those are horror movies. They might not have horror aspects about them, but they still have a horror tragedy with them because of the monsters. You know, so I always love that shit. So anytime people want to complain that, oh, why are you watching Godzilla movies during Halloween time, it's like, why wouldn't you? you know. So, but moving on, what else I could say about this movie? After eventually I don't want to spoil too much of it because if you haven't watched the movie, you should watch it. All I have to say is the acting's pretty good. You get engaged with the characters. The soundtrack is not that bad in my opinion. I haven't seen The War of the Gargantuans yet, but I do want to see it. It's on free on YouTube, so I'm going to watch it eventually. There's a lot of Godzilla movies on YouTube that you can watch for free. To be quite honest with you, and I'm surprised this movie wasn't on there. But hey, whatever. At least I got it, and I've been watching the Ultraman series too. I've been going back to watch Ultra Q, not the Ultra Q original black and white, just Ultra Q slash Ultraman, basically. You know, so when it was on color and everything like that, then they call it Ultra Q, but it was actually Ultraman. You know, but still, yo, when I watched the first two two episodes recently, I'm all like, holy shit, I did watch this as a kid. I remember mentioning, yeah, I have watched Ultraman as a kid, but I can't really remember. But after watching those two episodes, the first two episodes of Ultraman, I'm all like, yeah, I did watch this as a kid. Holy shit. you know? I don't know why I don't remember it the way I did, you know? But moving on. I keep saying that. But hey, it is what it is. So um eventually one of the characters is trying to contain Frankenstein. So they're trying to find Frankenstein everywhere. They'd be like, oh yeah, he's right here and shit like that. And then one of the characters has like a bomb grenade type thing that almost like a tear gas basically to bring Frankenstein down so so they can collect some parts from Frankenstein so they can still research Frankenstein while he's not gone while he's gone basically because the military wants to destroy them and one of them and all the characters are like, well, at first all the characters are like no, and then we about to go to get Frankenstein. One of the other characters, one of the they're all doctors, but one of the characters, the Asian doctor, not the American doctor, the Asian doctor, not the female Asian doctor, but the other doctor, the other Asian doctor, which is male. is like, yeah, I agree with the military. Frankenstein should die. And then the woman's like, no. Yo, the dubbing is hilarious. There's some moments in this movie that's hilarious. And there were some moments in this movie that I thought was my version of my DVD that skipped a few things or like cut dialogue. But no, it's literally like this. I watched a review from hold on, what's his name? He's a good reviewer. Hold on, hold on. He's a good reviewer, and I highly recommend watching his videos because there's a reason. I mean, without his videos, I wouldn't be doing some of this stuff right now. So about talking these old kaiju movies. Let's see. Um, let's see. Brandon's cult movie films. Cult movie films. There, I'll say that right now. So shout out to that guy. Shout out to him. I like his videos and all that stuff. And some of those videos that he's talked about with cult movies and all that. Cult reviews and stuff like that. Like, he's one of the reasons why I got into this and got into other stuff like Godzilla and stuff like that. So, but not to say I wasn't into Godzilla to begin with. But let's progress farther with the movie. So while the scientist throws that tear gas, a big explosion happens. Good job with that. And Baragon shows up, and they throw that tear gas, wasting your tear gases. Great. And then eventually, they run. The chick falls. She looks at Baragon. Ah! You know, the famous, chick falling down, looks at the monster, and the monster's looking at her, and then she's like, ah! The monster's like, ah! I love that, man. You had it in the original Godzilla. Why not have it in Baragon, man? Why not have it in this movie? It's a classic. Literally. Oh my god, I'm a dancer on this dress, and there's a monster in front of me. Yeah, I'm going to eat you. Ah! Ah! Yo, man, I don't know. I love that shit. I wouldn't have had it any other way, to be quite honest with you. But anyway, I don't think this chick is a damsel in distress. She just tripped. That's it. Is it one of those things that's like stupid tripping in these movies? Yes. It is. But somehow it has a charm and a funniness that would never be outmatched. Like if it happened nowadays, they would have butchered it and made it look like shit. But back then you made it look like shit, but you didn't butcher it. It looked comical. There's a difference between butchering it and looking stupid and butchering it and making it look funny. There's a difference, okay? At least with this one, at least with these old classic movies, they make it funny because they're having fun at the end of the day, guys. They're just having fun, and they take these movies seriously as you should. You do. It's like it's like it's almost like some Hollywood directors, like B directors and B actors that make like B movies and all that stuff. They'll be like, hey, we don't take ourselves seriously, but we take the movie industry very seriously. And it's like, I respect that. I do. I respect that because you're trying to have fun. You're trying to make a good movie, but you're going to respect the law and the law of what you're trying to make for the movie. You're not going to make something shit and then give it to a crowd and be like, and don't suspect the crowd to not like it. To like it. Especially if you're making something that's not really good. I understand if there's movies that don't work for everybody, because there is a lot of movies that don't work for everybody. And mostly all the movies that don't work for a lot of people, I love. I just love. It's just the way I am. So eventually, Frankenstein saves this chick. He grabs Baragon from the jaw, the King Kong style, trying to. Frankenstein does a lot of that in this movie. He's trying to break fucking Baragon's mouth and shit like that. Which you think you'd be like, all right, what's this going to lead up to? Eventually, that does happen. He doesn't break his mouth. He does something else. I don't want to spoil how he takes out Baragon. You should just watch it to believe it, to be quite honest with you. And I don't want to mention it because if I do, I feel like I'm going to be spoiling it. All I have to say is the fight between Baragon and Frankenstein is great. It is. Some people might say that they should have made Frankenstein and Baragon a little slower so the monsters can feel like they have more of a weight to them and everything like that. But in my opinion, I always felt like Frankenstein and Baragon were really agile kaijus, to be quite honest with you. So if they fought like Godzilla, I guarantee you Frankenstein would be on top of Godzilla going like, pa, 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 while Godzilla's standing there like, yo, what the fuck? It's almost like when, Mothra versus Godzilla, it's almost like that. When Mothra's on top of Godzilla, scratching him and pecking him a little bit, and Godzilla's like, ah, get the fuck away from me. Almost like that. I can see that happen. I do. I can see that happen. And I don't know why people don't take into consideration of Baragon and Frankenstein having really good agility. They really do. That's why they fight the way they fight. And if you watch this movie will show that yes, Baragon does have good what is it? Not stamina. Has good agility. He has good agility, but obviously when it comes to Godzilla, he's gonna stop that shit dry and stomp a mud hard on you. Stone Cold Steve Austin style. Like yo. I love that shit if you're a wrestling fan. And if you're a wrestling fan in general, you're gonna love this fight. You are. You're gonna love this fight, and you're gonna love these kaiju movies from the 60s. You know? I know a lot of people don't like the beam battles from the Heisei era. I love it. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Oh, of course you love it. Motherfucker. Like, look, I have mixed emotions when it comes to like fighting wrestling with kaiju. Sometimes it's great, and that's why I loved that they did it in the legendary Godzilla legendary series with kaiju with Godzilla versus Kong, and then Kong Skull Island, and then Godzilla King of the Monsters. I love those battles. I do, and I love these battles too, especially the classic Godzilla movies. I love those battles, but I will say this, that if these characters, like for example Godzilla doesn't have good agility. He's very heavy, but Baragon and Frankenstein have great agility. So if you see these two guys fighting each other, you're gonna look at it and be like, why is Godzilla slow? Well, it's like because he is, man. He's not gonna go like this and that and shit like that. This is not Godzilla Final Wars. In that movie, he's very agility. Godzilla right there is very agile, which it's funny because no one doesn't complain about that, but they will complain about this. Okay. See, this is the problem I have with kaiju fans. You will complain one movie has it, but when another movie has it and you enjoy it, that's not a problem for you? What? Now I understand, hey, if it didn't do it for you, it didn't do it for you. That's fine. But when one movie does it and another movie does it too, and you complain about it and you're blinded to it, then I'm gonna look at you as a fucking idiot, and I look at you as a non kaiju fan. I can't take you seriously. As a kaiju fan, I cannot take you seriously at that point. I can't. I never could at that point. It's the same people that look at Godzilla and laugh at it. I'd be like, I can't take you seriously. I would never take you seriously. You gonna look at Godzilla and laugh at him? I would never take you seriously. It's like the whole point with Shin Godzilla. When Shin Godzilla's stomping through the city of Japan, and he has those googly eyes, people are laughing at it because he looks goofy and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, that's goofy, but put a tidal wave on that and then give him eyes and see if it's goofy then. Motherfuckers. See, this is the problem I have with people, man. If you want to be a kaiju fan, be a kaiju fan. Embrace the cheesiness. Embrace the lore. Embrace the heartbreak. Embrace all the shit that they throw at you in these kaiju films, man. Embrace it. Because these people know what these Japanese folks know what the fuck they're talking about, man. That's why I love Shin Godzilla. But then you're gonna have YouTubers like what was it? Ami Viewer? That talk shit about Shin Godzilla, not knowing what Shin actually really means. Oh, it means new, or it means God Godzilla, meaning they just say basically they're just sticking up the middle finger to Legendary's Godzilla. Sounds like you're in your emotions and you didn't want to learn the real name of Shin. Shin means fire. All right, the true meaning of Shin is fire. Seriously, it doesn't mean like new or God. It does, but in other languages, it means fire. So stop complaining and bitching and look at your old words. Keep looking back at old words that mean other things, like the word nigger. People want to be offended with that word, but not look back and know the meaning behind that word. And I'm not talking about doing slavery. I'm talking about doing Egyptian in Mesopotamia. All right? That's the shit that I'm talking about. People want to go back. People want to go as far as they want, but they don't want to go far back to Mesopotamia or Egyptian because, oh, that's too much for them. No, it's not too much for you. It's just that you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. You just don't want to learn. You just want to be offended. That's why I have a problem with YouTubers like Ami Viewer. Yeah, I said it. I'm calling him out right now. I don't give a fuck if you go to his channel. Why Why should that fucking orc white boy give a fuck about me? Man, fuck him. Seriously. My channel's small compared to him. So if you even send this video to him, who gives a fuck? Right? It's not like, what's he gonna do? Respond to me? Be butthurt? I don't care. I don't care. Seriously. It's almost like, I know I'm getting on a tangent, but still, I will go more to this movie soon. But it's almost like this other YouTuber that has like a carry fucking hail makeup and has a whole bunch of, he has a whole bunch of, kaiju monsters behind him, like the toys and all that, action figures, which is cool and shit like that. It looks cool and stuff like that. But then he has that Karen fucking hairstyle and shit like that, and he talks shit about this movie, which I look at you, I'm like, you're Karen. Oh, I'm sorry, you're Kenny. That's what you are. A Kenny. Going back to Brian Dar's cult movie reviews. When he reviews Gamera, what does he talk shit about? Or makes fun of? The Kennys. And there are little Kennys in this movie too. Little shits. And there's also some in the Mothra movie too. The Rebirth of Mothra. Fucking Kennys, little shits. But that's just how I feel with some of these YouTubers, man. Alright, if you wanna know, if you wanna grab the reason why I barely like people, there's one right there. But reason why I don't like people. There, how about that? But going back to this video, going back to this movie. The battle between Baragon and Frankenstein is great. The story between the characters is great. The scientific fact of how you're trying to figure out with Frankenstein and all that stuff is great. In my humble opinion, I think it's great. It's fascinating. It keeps you engaged with the characters, and it keeps you engaged with Frankenstein himself. You know, he is the star of this movie. And yes, some people might say Baragon comes out of nowhere. They give him some, mediocre explanation why he's there. Some people feel that way, but I felt like it was pretty fine. You don't have to do much. This is Frankenstein's movie, not Baragon's movie, even though he's in the title, in the cover too. But still, this is all about Frankenstein. All right, this is all about Frankenstein. And who knows, maybe one day we might get a Baragon standalone movie and he might come back. Frankenstein might come back, and who knows, maybe this time, if Baragon does come back to fight Frankenstein, maybe Frankenstein could, give him a little bit rub. Being like, you know what? I beat you last time. Next time you could beat me. You could you can kill me next time, So, and the way the movie ends literally is like Khan is, might as well. It literally was going to be almost a King Kong movie, but and a Godzilla movie too. But moving on, you have fucking Frankenstein going like, yeah, or growling like, ah, and then the whole place surrounds him, crackling and breaking, and he falls down to the pits of hell. And that is the movie. And that is how you do it. Yeah, that's how you do it. This movie is a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. It's that enjoyable for me, and I think it's really, really good. I don't get the hate. If anyone hates this movie, all I have to say is you don't like Godzilla movies in general. You don't. You don't. Oh, but I like Godzilla movies. Then you will like this movie. Oh, but I hate it. Then, what do you want me to tell you then? What do you want me to tell you? Alright? Now, if this movie's not for you, it's not for you. But don't talk shit about this movie, because there's people around here that love this movie. Alright? Now, you could say, hey, I don't like this movie. I don't see why people love it. And that's fine. If you love it, you love it. I just picking out the flaws that I see here. And yes, there are some flaws in this movie. But overall, the good stuff weighs out the bad. That's how I feel with Orochi too. There's so many good stuff in this movie that the good outweighs the bad for me. That's how it is, And again, going back, I give this a 9 out of 10. Watch this movie. Before you watch War of the Gargantuars, watch this movie. Because technically War of the Gargantuars is a sequel to this movie, even though it's a standalone movie, but still, it is a sequel to this movie. I will watch it on YouTube eventually, and then get the DVD. But I love this cover. I think it looks phenomenal, to be quite honest. Right, excuse me about that. But this cover looks beautiful. It looks great. So tell me what you guys think about Frankenstein Conquers the World. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Have you watched the movie? Have you watched some of the reviews about it? And if you watch some reviews about it or people talk about it, how do you, does it pique your curiosity? Do you think that maybe you should watch this movie, or maybe you probably should? I'll watch a review and that's it. And by the way, Baragon is basically like a giant, basically a dog dragon. He is. Baragon looks adorable in this movie. He does. He looks adorable. How can you be intimidated by? He does. That's the thing. Baragon doesn't even look intimidated in this movie. They tried. They tried. They tried. But they tried. But Baragon, man, Baragon's just not that intimidating of a kaiju monster. But I guarantee you this: if they changed his eyes and made them like white, pure white, like they did with Ghost Gods, like what they did with this Godzilla, or just give him red eyes or something like that, I think that'd be dope. Or maybe yellow eyes, just pure eyes. Just give him eyes that don't have pupils or anything in general, just plain color. I think that would look badass on him, and I think will make him a little more scarier than other people will. Not to say they won't still be people that be like, "Oh, he looks adorable." Well, I mean, come on, his ears. His ears are going to go like this. Like when he's pissed off, he's going to look adorable, anyways. And then when he's, you know what I would have done if he's pissed off? I would have put his ears down to make him look more intimidating. That's just me. I know he does that when he's digging through the ground and stuff like that, but at least do something. Make him look intimidating somehow. But again, the fight between Frankenstein and Baragon is fine. I don't hate it. It's not like Godzilla rates again, to be quite honest. When you suspect that these two monsters are supposed to fight a little slow because they'll weight, but when you look at Frankenstein and Baragon, maybe Baragon could have a little bit weight to him, but overall, I'm not going to be upset if they have better agility than Kinodora and Godzilla. It makes sense because they're scrawny and they're not that tall. They're not that tall. Godzilla and Kinodora are bigger than these kaijus. So it makes sense that if you're smaller kaiju, you will move faster. You will have more durability, more agility. That's just me, man. I mean, for crying out loud, look at Baragon when he's fighting Godzilla in GMK. He is small in that movie, but they kind of make Kinodora small in that movie too, because they're trying to make Godzilla big and massive and intimidating in that movie. But still, Baragon is not that big to begin with, anyways. So, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't watched this movie, you should. If you have, let me know what you guys feel about this movie. Again, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. I think it's that fun. I think it's that entertaining. And in a spiritual enlightenment way, it is freaking awesome. It's amazing. It is. It's fucking amazing. And I like to announce here that I will be doing a kaiju-thon of these 3 movies. Yes. We are gonna sit back and relax and enjoy these movies. If you have these movies, then you can sit back and enjoy them with me when I do a live podcast of them. I'm not gonna show the clips of these movies or anything like that because you know how Toho is and stuff like that. But we'll do a live stream of reacting to these movies, and I will have my headsets on, and you might hear the movie in the background maybe, but anyways, I would have the headphones on, and I would talk over the dialogue and everything like that with the movie. So, and my headphones are pretty loud. It has loud like, let me see. I'll show you my headphones, guys, because my headphones are pretty big. Like these headphones are pretty good because sometimes when I listen to YouTube videos and I get tired of hearing it on my ears, I just literally just have it here on my neck, and I can literally hear it right here perfectly. I could put it right here next to me, right here with my blanket is at, and I can still hear it. It's pretty loud and good, So I might just do that instead, instead of being like this all the time and be like, oh my god, because eventually it gets sweaty and you get itchy sometimes. So that's just me. That's how I get sometimes. But yeah. Soon later, I'm going to do a marathon of Frankenstein Conquers the World, Orochi the Ed-Hated Dragon, and Godzilla and Mothra, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. Oh yeah, baby. I hope you look forward to that, and eventually, I'll make an announcement very soon. So, I mean, I made an announcement in this video so you guys can know, but I will post it in my community channel of when I will do the video, do the live stream, because I want to pick out a day that I can just do it, you know. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Be safe, and tell me if you guys watched this movie, or this movie. So if you haven't, that's okay, because we are going to react to it, and hopefully we have a fun time watching it. So I'll see you guys and take care.